Alright, so today we're going to be checking out this Mezco Thor Ragnarok, obviously because he's sitting right here in front of you. And before we do that, I'm going to vent like I always do. I don't expect you to stick around because if I was doing this to my wife, she'd either pretend like she's listening or walk away or say I bitch too much, which I do. I get it. I understand. But there's this list going around that some idiot made about the best YouTubers of 2018, which all the YouTubers, a lot of the channels will make a list of their best action figure. And I totally dig that. I totally like it. I watch it. I understand it. Then I saw the list, and the list was going around. And the list didn't really bother me that I wasn't on it because I figured it's just some idiot's opinion of who his personal favorites were for 2018. It's like when I make my figure list, and then you guys comment and be like, yeah, I get it, don't get it, don't get it, don't get it, get it. Like, I get it. So this guy made a list, didn't bother me at all. And then I read all the comments on there, and there was quite a few comments saying, where's Talker Art? And that's when it sunk in. It was like, all right, this dude's list is shit. And then I watched some of these guys' reviews on the list to see how amazing they were. And I gotta be honest, dude. Half the guys on the list look exactly like the guy before them. Their videos look exactly the same. It was painful. You try to fast forward through them, couldn't get through them. Probably like you're getting ready to fast forward through mine right now if I don't get to this action figure. And this one dude was comparing this Thor Mezco Ragnarok figure. And he didn't even have a Marvel Legends figure to compare it to, so how would you know which one was better? How would you know which one to buy? Should you buy the $20 version or should you buy the $80 version? If you don't have the cheaper version of it, how do you compare it? I don't really give a shit about your thoughts. Like, I'm trying to save some money here. On all the people making premium action figures right now, like you got Mezco, Mayfex, SH Figure Arts, you got tons of great options. Marvel Legends for a cheaper option. I can't afford to get every version of Thor or Ant-Man or Wasp or whoever, so I'll watch a few reviews myself, or try to, and then pick the best deluxe figure out of them. So, because I don't want to spend $80 on this Thor, then $80 on that Thor, then $80 on that Thor. That's just ridiculous, considering I spent over $7,000 on action figures last year. So I'm trying to cut back. So by watching people's reviews, that will help me cut back. So, I guess that's it. I'm sure there's a bunch more shit that I want to say. I'll probably just say it during the review. Let's check them out. Alright, so I already pulled out all the figures that I'm going to compare it with to try to make this video as quick as possible for you can get back to whatever you were doing before you started watching this. Playing with your action figures, video games, girlfriend, wife, or possibly even yourself. Doesn't matter, I just want to get you back to whatever you were doing. That's why I pulled them all out. You got Thor right here in the middle, and you can see that, yes, he is completely out of scale. That's Thor. He should be way bigger than Spider-Man, but for some reason, he's not. Probably because he uses the same body on all the action figures. Which, if you get an action figure out of scale on a Marvel Legends, it sucks, but it was only $20, so it doesn't really sting that bad. When you get the scale wrong on an $80 action figure, well, that really sucks. If I would have did my homework, watched a couple reviews, maybe a guy that actually reviewed this compared to this, I could have seen that the figure that I already have was better than this, and it would have saved me $80. That's kind of the point to do any of these videos. It's not to help you guys spend money. It's to help you guys save money. I sit here and tell you what not to get more than I sit here and I tell you what to get, just so you can learn from my mistakes. I did pull out the Marvel Select Hulk, and because of YouTubers like myself, I watched a couple videos and saw that the Mezco Hulk sucked ass. So I canceled my order immediately and went with the Select, which I already had anyways, and I decided that this one's far better than the one that I didn't have, the Mezco one. So this is the point of watching reviews. This Hulk is amazing. The Mezco Hulk, it's dog shit, basically. And for a side-by-side comparison, I will do what the other guy didn't. I will compare it with the Marvel Legends, because if you don't have this one, don't tell me what you think about this one. because I really don't care. So you guys can see it side by side. To me, the $20 version is far better than the $80 version. Yes, it's lacking some paint detail, which that does suck, but this one's lacking a lot of size detail, and this one just looks a lot more crisp, and this one looks a little flat. Is this one more accurate to the film than this one? Probably, but which one's going to look better on your shelf? Are your friends or somebody going to come in here and go, oh my god, that $80 Thor action figure looks amazing on your shelf? When they look at this $20 one, can you really tell the difference? You could have bought this instead of this and saved $60. Instead, I bought this and spent $100. You get my point. You flip them around. This cape looks way cooler than this dog shit cape. That thing is horrible. It's embarrassingly bad. I don't know why it's so big. That's something I've never heard before, and I'll probably never hear it ever. But anyways, look at this. It's just like some flimsy, crappy, way too red. They tried to put some dirt on it. Didn't really work out. They tried to put a rough cut edge on it. That also didn't work out. It's just a complete fail on the cape as far as this action figure goes. It also comes with this really cool electricity thing. I definitely like that. It also comes with this really cool shield, which I also like that. His arm slips right in it. Works out pretty good, no complaints. It's got that weird ring on there. I'm not real sure what that's for, but you can like clip it onto this thing, so maybe that's what it is for. This thing plugs right into the back. If you don't like that, you can put this one on there and then put these swords in his hands, which they also did a great job on this. They killed it on accessories on this figure. They give you tons of great options. And also on the helmet, his little wing things folds up and down. That's really a plus. I love how that you can do that. And with me, you got to display the masthead because he's really not Thor if he doesn't have the long goldy hair and the helmet on. Now that the actor's so popular and rich and the girls love him so much, they kind of feel like they can take the helmet off of him, cut his hair, and make him more attractive to girls and less attractive to us nerds, because I want a comic book accurate Thor, which we kind of had, but we don't really have anymore. On the head sculpt, they did do a great job. This thing does look amazing. I like the helmeted version better. The one that doesn't have the helmet on it is actually really cool. I'm glad that they gave us this option. It's just an option that I'll never use. Then you get these two heads. They're the same exact head, but this one gives you like glow-in-the-dark eyes that don't glow in the dark, and this one gives you some really cool eyes that would be cool to put on there. But man, they killed it with that beard and the shadow and the little scar. And this is Mezco perfection. They killed it on this. No problem there. And then it comes with a bunch of hands. They also shine in that area too. Gives you like some grabby hands, fisted hands, hands that can hold the sword, hands that can hold his mace. Here's his mace. They did a great job on that. It's just an action figure itself. This just doesn't look like an $80 action figure. If you look at it by itself, you're like, yeah, that's pretty good. And then you look at the $20 version once again, and you're like, you know what? I think I could have saved $60. And I wish that I would have, but you never know. This is one that if it goes up in value, I'll sell it, get my money back, at least $80. Right now, this thing, I can tell just by looking at it, this one's going to be the one of the ones that goes down in value, so he'll probably go down to 60. Then for $60, I may as well keep him on my shelf. I still like it. I just don't love it. For $80, I should love it. Let's go ahead and put him on the shelf. I'll show you the collection. Alright, so I have been canceling a lot of Mezco figures, but the collection is still growing because I'm obviously not canceling them enough, because I'm obviously still addicted to Mezco, even though I complain about them as much as I love them. They are hit and miss. That Red Skull, if you don't have it, God, I hope that's not expensive on eBay, because you really need that in your collection. Red Skull, again, amazing. So they do hit some stuff out of the park, and then they do fail. That Daredevil, once again, amazing. I guess they don't have to do everyone, but that Punisher was amazing. For the most part, they're amazing. The ones that I've passed on were the ones that it's like, really, do I need 6 Wolverines? I think I can pass on one of those. But here's the collection. Let me know in the comments who your favorite channels are, because I'd like to see if they're even on the list, or if you even know about a list, or maybe I'm just being a big baby about the list, which I probably am. But there's the Mezco collection. If you guys stuck around for that long video, which it wasn't that long, but it was a lot of bitching. Thanks for watching.